scene in the rain, actually, it was in the middle of winter, in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the night, and it was freezing and raining, and in between the takes, he was shaking, and then, you know, you'd hold it all together, but it added to the sort of brutality, I guess, that needed to have, that scene, so it was all worth it. The hammer, yeah, it needed to have some weight to it, otherwise it was too light. It just didn't look very impressive, and the heavier it was, it really dictated the way you moved. You had to put your legs into it, your shoulders and hips, and we had to develop a fighting style around this very sort of unorthodox weapon in a way.
Ken is amazing. His passion and his handle on what is dramatically interesting. Doesn't matter if it's Shakespeare or a superhero movie. I think what grips him as a nerd about cinema, and like if he's nerdy about anything, it's movies. And what grips him is I think emotional unpredictability, emotional volatility. You ask him his favorite films, and they're stacked with actors giving performances which surprise you with their intensity. And you know, he encouraged me and Chris and Tony to really go for that, you know, to not hold back.
Kevin Feige, our producer, was very keen, based on a lot more experience of these kind of movies than me, to have me consider it not being, with all the things that the story contains, too synthetic a universe. It was certainly a reason why I wanted to be on contemporary Earth, why I wanted to go to New Mexico. I wanted a significant portion, real things, real weather, real light, all of that for sure. But that in Asgard particularly, where, I mean, as it was difficult enough constantly reminding people it's going to be this piece of tape is really a tower there, this is really a frost giant, etc. It doesn't mean that actors can't imagine. I mean, of course, that's what we do. But there is a quality of engagement with the scene that can sometimes happen as a result of, you know, just a few more three-dimensional elements there. And I think that I like actors very much, and I am fascinated by their problems. And I know that a quarter-second cut of a great look from an actor lifts a movie because it connects with us. It's movie gold. So it's a big and proper investment to make in the people in the movie.
I now take from you your power in the name of my father and his father before. I own it, all father! Cast you out!
It's just normal father's relationship. He gets pissed at his sons because they won't stay in line. And, you know, he also understands that this young tearaway, this Thor, he's arrogant, and he's my son, he's arrogant and full of himself, as all kids are. And he knows he's going to have a tough time controlling him. He knows he has to control him. And having been a younger man myself, I know what it's like. And, you know, that's life. And so you have to watch him. Make sure, man, of course he does screw up, so I have to kick his ass and get him out of heaven.
Sif is a childhood friend of Thor and Loki, obviously, and she's kind of Thor's right-hand man. In a way, her duty is to protect Asgard at all costs, the king and then the future king, which is Thor. So she kind of grows up with him, but she also doesn't let him get away with much. She'll make a comment and a couple jabs and she can get away with it because she's Sif, right? The Warriors 3 are also protectors of Asgard, and those are kind of her brothers in a sense. You know, they go where she goes and she goes where they go. So it's like one big high school clique that protects each other, really. You know.
Jane and Selvig are both sort of in the clouds. I mean, literally in the clouds. Well, not literally in the clouds, but that's where their brains are anyway. Because they're scientists and they study the stars. And Darcy she knows nothing about that crap. And she wants to, and she wants to be interested in it, and she wants to know about it, but she just kind of can't be bothered at the same time. So she's sort of the audience in terms of she's the only one who's really the observer and everything, and kind of comments like an audience member would, kind of heckles the movie.